You're listening to Moviesucktastic.
Sounds like some bad movie.
Yeah.
Oh, let me mute this. There we go.
The hell was that? That was new.
Well, you never hear it.
Welcome everybody to episode
108
of Moviesucktastic.
Welcome.
This episode will be reviewing the seminal 80s classic Top Gun wannabe Iron Eagle.
Oh, it's so bad. I remember this being so much better when I was a kid.
I remember enjoying it. I remember liking it. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. I don't know what happened. I know what happened. We grew up. They were trying to pass this shit off as a real movie back then, and you know what? When it was played on Cinemax 40 times a month, you probably caught it 35 times. You know? Oh man, this is. I do remember it being better when I was a kid.
I wouldn't say that. I just remember enjoying it more.
No, I remember thinking this was a good film when I was a kid.
But do you really think that way when you're a kid? Do you really think to yourself, "This is a good movie"? You just enjoy it. That's it. You're not imposing like goodness on it. You're just taking it for what it was. I mean, that's my opinion. I think
I was kind of a movie buff growing up as a kid. I mean,
yeah, me too. But again, I think a lot of this stuff you just take it at its value. You don't really start assigning whether it's well done or the acting is like it's like wow, yeah, I like Chappy.
I'll give you an example of when I was a kid. I had I think a lot of people like us had a 2 VCR setup.
There we go.
So that you can make copies of films. Mm-hmm. But at a young age, I'm talking like 10 years old, I could tell you, just by looking at the movie company that released the film, because I had made so many fucking copies, and I had pretty much dealt with every movie company making films, I could tell you who used Macrovision and who didn't. I could tell you who you would be wasting your time with back when I was a kid. And I can still remember a lot of the companies too. Vestron, always Macrovision. Sony or Columbia Pictures, never. Universal, they would Macrovision a steaming pile of shit. Like literally, like steam coming off of shit.
I still don't have a copy of The Big Squeeze, merely because it's Macrovisioned.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, you do know that they did invent something in the 80s that bypassed that, right?
No, it still doesn't.
Sure.
I tried it like 5 years ago.
With an anti-macro... Really?
To copy it to DVD, and it was still protected it.
Maybe. Hey, I know...
Now...
Well, okay.
Now, what's this have to do with liking films?
I'm just saying that as a kid, growing up, I would watch...
So this has nothing to do
No, listen, let me finish. Let me finish. It has everything that I was just merely pointing out that I watched a lot of films as a kid, and I was, pirating my collections as a kid, and it's like, this is a great film, this is not a great film, don't even bother. I absolutely made a point for me, judging films, even as a kid.
I'm just saying, as
you just want to nitpick it. That's all you want to do.
What?
You just want to nitpick it. That's all.
I'm not nitpicking. I'm saying, as well buttressed as your argument is, I still saying I just feel that at that age, even if we say this was good, that was good, we're not at that age. I don't think we're actually applying standards as much as saying good as in I liked it. I don't. I think there's a little more leeway to what the word good means back then as opposed to now.
Well, yeah, no, I agree with that. I totally think growing up, when I would watch a film like Iron Eagle, I would think it's the greatest film ever. But that was in a 10-year-old's. I know. I'm hammering it home. Let me hammer it home.
Never mind.
As you get older, you realize, maybe Iron Eagle wasn't the best thing. And then as you even get more older and you see more great cinema that you might not have been able to see growing up, you realize that Iron Eagle is really bad. Or
even just by watching Iron Eagle again.
And I was just merely pointing out that watching it now, because I really hadn't seen it since I was maybe 10, 12 years old, you really just see how bad it actually is in all areas.
So we're agreed that we don't like it now, and we did then.
Yes.
Okay, let's move on.
It came out the same year as Top Gun.
Right.
And I
Which
believe
is not an accident, by the way.
No, of course not. I believe this came out second. I have the wiki. This came out January. Yeah. Ooh, now, God. May I know it? According to this, it came out January of 1986. Iron Eagle's a January movie. That's not good. I think Top Gun was a summer release.
Right.
So what's your theory on that? You have a theory on that, right?
Well, it's not a theory. It's how Hollywood works. So what happens is, and usually it's the other way around, but in this case, I'll make an exception. Usually,
the second film.
Usually what'll happen is a studio starts a big production, and all the other studios find out and realize that this production is going to might start a trend in the marketplace, so they'll rush their own projects to match it. And usually, the copies that they rush come out before the first big one. There's a lot of examples. I can't think of any off the top of my head. This is one case where it's not true. I don't think that Top Gun was made to try to beat Iron Eagle to the chase.
Yeah, it's the other way around.
Right, but 9 times out of 10, if there's two of the same type of films that come out in the same summer, the same season, of the same theme, and it's obvious that they're trying to play off each other, usually the first one out is the copy.
Right. Just now on the screen, they showed him in his convertible sports car. It's an oldie, but it's a muscle car, and he's driving real fast, and he's basically racing the jet that's landing. What did that scene look like? The scene from Top Gun where he's on his fucking ninja motorcycle racing a jet that's landing.
Well, I've never seen Top Gun.
Oh, really? Well, I
still haven't seen it.
The similarities for that scene alone are just ridiculous.
Now, I know we haven't talked about the plot or anything, but I want to back up. At that beginning, when he gets in the car and hooks up his cassette tape to the 8-track player.
Yeah.
When he pulls, now he's obviously the scene has him driving in and out of traffic, driving like a complete asshole, to show that he's cool and he knows how to drive or whatever. But the first moment when he pulls away, a car pulls up next to him and slams on his brakes like he cut it off.
Right.
But he's leaving the curb, and the car's like at a 45-degree angle. So the only way he could have cut this car off if the car was trying to drive onto the yard to his right through him.
There's a lot of mistakes like that. It's just a lot of they won't notice.
It's like just have a car pull up next to it, slam on the brakes. He's next to the curb. He's not even. It was, a lot of stuff like that. Now the basic plot is this guy's a young hot dog Top Gun. The sensational newcomer Jason Gedrick. Excuse me. Yeah, I knew somebody called Gazdick. That's and he. It's funny because I guess right now he's behind us. He's at the hot dog stand.
Yeah.
Or the burger stand.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, if you look, there's all these other child actors around him. Every single one of them more successful than him.
Yeah.
The kid from
What, Teen Wolf? Styles?
The kid from Teen Wolf, the kid from Revenge of the Nerds, the kids from
that guy right there. That guy had that small scene in Pulp Fiction with Uma Thurman where he throws the guy the dirty jar of Vaseline.
The other guy, the other kid, he's from that one body. She's just one of the boys, I think. He's like the brother.
Just one of the guys.
Just one of the guys. The other kid is from a bunch of shit. Every single
child
actor.
The girlfriend who's not utilized in the film hardly at all. She's very successful. She went on to The Office, the American version of The Office, for a few seasons. Mm-hmm. She's done a ton of stuff. I can't remember her name.
The other girl, she ends up in the Saw films.
That's right.
I mean, it's great. This is like his big movie is like, and featuring newcomer Jason Gadrick, and this is like where this is it for him. Everything else from here on in is guest appearances, and recently he was on Dexter, I think.
Yes, he was on a season of Dexter.
It's just he's the leading part of this movie, and literally every single person around him has a more successful career than him.
What, you didn't like Rooftops? You know, like Rooftops?
You can even track each character like based on their other films. Like after this, he drops out of the Air Force thing and ends up living on Rooftops. The other kid, he goes to college and ends up joining Lambda Lambda Lambda. The other kid moved out of town after the whole Teen Wolf thing, so now this is a new area for him. It's even the asshole he races, I think, had a better career than him.
Yeah, he was, like I said, he was in not Pulp Fiction. What the hell am I talking about? I apologize. I know everyone's screaming at their radio right now.
No, they're not. Just to say.
Yeah, they are. They're doing it. Yeah, just.
What is it?
Why do you got to ruin it? Kill Bill.
Well,
he was in Kill Bill, where he throws the dirty jar of Vaseline and tells the guy, because she's in a coma. Says, it gets a little dry down there, and they do a nice close-up shot, and it's all disgusting. He's that guy.
Right.
Gets his head bashed in by Uma Thurman when she wakes up.
He's the orderly.
Yes.
In getting a Kill Bill. Okay. Just shortening that description down a touch.
Just a little bit. I saw what you did there. But people would want to see the film based on my description. I'm just saying. You know, I paint I'm painting a picture here. Painting a picture. You're throwing a Polaroid at him.
You had me at Vaseline.
Yeah, I bet I did.
And even his father,
Tim Thomerson, with brown hair. It's as weird as when they do it to Steve Martin, where they throw brown hair on him. It's like, what are you doing? Just fucking stop it.
every time the Noriega or Saddam Hussein wannabe like yells at him or like, talks to him, I keep waiting for him to say, "Don't fuck with me. I'm Doll Man, motherfucker."
Doll Man, Jack Death. I'm Jack Death.
Jack Death.
I'm Jack Death. No, it's Jack Death, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Trancers.
It'd be funny if this whole thing was like a Trancers prequel.
Oh, God. How many of those did they make? Didn't they make 6 or 7 of those?
There's 6. I have 4 of them because I couldn't find 5.
Oh, God.
I'm planning on having a Trancers marathon at one point, you know, on a sad, lonely, drunken night.
Yeah, you think? Wow.
Any night that you have a Trancers marathon is a sad, lonely, drunken night.
That is, yeah. Maybe watch a little Cherry 2000.
Yeah, but there's not 6 of those.
No, I know, but he had a small part in there, and I liked his part more than the movie.
I've never even seen Doll Man. That's when I gave up.
Wow, never saw Doll Man, huh? I've seen at least a couple of those. Fucking Full Moon Entertainment, which was a subsidiary of Paramount. It was like, we do all the horror shit. Paramount does all the blockbusters. Let's get that straight.
Well, they everything they did was, okay, let's start a franchise now. So you had Puppet Master,
Doll Man. They did. They picked up the Trancer series.
Yeah. Fucking Full Moon. And it just became synonymous with shit.
Yeah.
It was.
But you know
what?
It
was the Sci-Fi Channel version of horror films.
But in hindsight, because it's always 2020, you would take a Full Moon film over anything Sci-Fi Channel's putting out today. That's how poor Sci-Fi has become.
But if it was now, they'd all be showing on Sci-Fi anyway.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I'll take a Puppet
I'm
Master
a fan of the
5.
first Puppet Master film, but yeah, after a while.
Sure. Oh yeah.
So we got sidetracked. The Iron Eagle. The whole plot is fairly simple. Young newcomer Gadrick, is the son of a Air Force pilot who is shot down over some
like Iran type country.
Some third world dictatorship of unknown. Did they ever actually name the country either?
You know what? I don't want to say. I don't want to say they did. I'll look at the wiki real quick while you're talking.
I could swear they talked around it the entire time, but maybe I'm wrong. And so he decides to the government won't do anything to save his father, and he's sentenced to death after some kangaroo court. So he decides to get all of his other army-based brat friends together and steal fighter jets and go save him himself with the help of Lou Gossett.
They just say he gets shot down over the Mediterranean Sea in international waters, and the Arab state court finds him guilty.
That's incorrect too. I don't even think they were over the water at that point.
He said he was wrong. Well, he was. Oh, okay, I read that wrong. He was patrolling over the Mediterranean Sea and then gets shot down.
Right.
And it says, despite the incident occurring over international waters, the Arab states court finds Colonel Masters guilty of trespassing. So it does say that the incident's over international, but I guess when he got shot, he just.
Well, they explain that in the scene that if anybody is related to somebody in the military or knows anything about military procedure and protocols, the scene that has them tearing their hair out when the son of a pilot barges into the war headquarters or what have you, and they immediately start telling him everything. Not only what's happened, but taking him to the big map and saying he was right here and this is that.
Right. It's what did they say it was? It was 100 miles and we only recognized 12, son.
The other way around. It's 100 miles. Yeah, they call it 100 miles. We only recognize 12.
Right.
And then
they claimed it was it's bullshit. All right, you think it's bullshit? That's fantastic.
Should you be telling me all this, sir?
What are you gonna do about it?
And it raises a good point. One of the things was usually in this type of film, the military is glad to lend support and give them airplanes and help. They call it consulting, but they'll give them a bunch of free shit.
Yeah.
What?
Multi-million-dollar airplanes.
Yeah, they'll consult and they'll give them equipment, let them shoot on base and stuff. This film, they were originally going to do it, but they backed off when they realized the plot had a bunch of teenagers basically usurping top secret information and it's basically bypassing their security on every level.
We can't have these kids do that. They look like a bunch of assholes.
Exactly. War games. You can give it the war games. It's one guy and he's supposed to be a super genius. These are kids just talking their way onto base and arranging to have fighter jets fully armed and waiting for them.
Well, they have the secret weapon. Chappy Sinclair.
He doesn't do any of that. He just plans the thing.
Chappy Sinclair.
Chappy.
Lou
Gossett.
Are you trying to make a man out of me?
Are we going to get into that right now?
We should. This plot's razor thin. We should just get into the good stuff.
Well,
Are you trying to make a man out of me like my dad? Well, your dad, he did a pretty fine job. I don't have to do it. Goes,
oh, damn, I didn't put that in the clips.
I'm scared, Chappy. What if I fail? Well, you're going to see me get mad. It's like, well, wow. This is an Oscar winner, a bona fide Oscar winner.
At about the halfway mark at the film, while Chappie's spending all this time with Jason, I don't even know the character's real name. Who cares? Doug Masters.
Masters. Of course it's Doug Masters.
Masters.
Doesn't play by the rules. Doug Masters. What? Who writes this shit?
You're lapsing into your
Taylor
Kitsch.
My Taylor Kitsch? Chappy, are you going to make a man out of me?
At a certain point, I started wondering at what part of the filmmaking process did they cut out all the gay sex scenes. And
I want to see that. I want to see that director's cut.
Yeah, there's a lot of obviously, or at least I hope obviously, unintentional homoerotic situations in the film, And I actually prepared a short. We're going to try to start showing more clips from the movies as we're reviewing them. I prepared a short montage of about 2.5 minutes of some of the more questionable sequences. Do you want to play those right now?
Yeah, we can play them right now. Hold on, let me set it up.
This is the gay edit of. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but this is a short collection of scenes that made me wonder if there was more going on between Doug and Chappy than meets the eye.
Mm-hmm. Here, let me just so it doesn't fuck me up. Let me just put this over here. There we go. That's the wrong thing.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry about that. Here it is. Yes, there it is. Okay. All right. Let's do this.
For our viewing audience. And actually, it's actually better for our listening audience because some of these scenes, if you're not looking at them, they sound worse.
Yeah, they really do. All right, here it is. Well, you have like a 7-minute opening on this thing.
Shut up.
Well, it's good visual. Okay.
Hi, buddy. Listen, I heard what happened to your dad, and
Yeah. Marty, I was wondering if you could slip me in?
Tell you what, there's someone due in here now, but he's running late. So why don't I load her up for you, and you can take it till he gets here.
Thanks a lot.
Doug, just keep cool about this. It isn't the same as sneaking you in at night, okay?
This is a part where
Lou Gossett is shaking his ass at Jason Gedrick,
courting him with a sexual display.
It's, you know what it is too? It's the look on Gedrick's face. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna get some of that.
Yeah, look at his face is a little creepy.
Yeah. There's only 5 choppers stationed there.
Give me the anti-aircraft locations.
Which ones?
This is the shower scene.
Yeah.
That's gonna take some time. They're listed all over the place.
Like Italian?
Gonna go out on a date.
Huh? Eat while you read. Hey, wait a minute. Just where do you think you're going?
I just wanted to see what you were doing.
I want you to see what my pillow in bed is doing. I want you asleep.
Oh!
Minutes, okay? I'll tell you about that fancy flying. It'll eat up your fuel.
Sorry, sir. I was just getting used to the throttle. It's a little touchy.
Yeah. Lucky I'm not in that cockpit with you. I'd show you touchy. Letting this boy loose would be a big mistake. He's already demonstrated his inability to keep his big mouth shut. I would suggest sending him to an institution that can order him to keep that big mouth shut.
Are you saying we should confine the boy to some sort of penal facility?
I said, get your butt in my trailer now. Yes,
sir. Oh shit! Bow wow, chicka bow wow.
Get your butt. And later on that night, he found out why they call him Chappy.
Oh, sweet lord.
Yeah, so there's a lot of that going on here, and between that and the total disregard for what you would consider our Air Force to have put in place as far as security goes, it's pretty slightly disturbing.
Yeah. Yes,
and then
it is.
and then it's a 2-hour film, surprisingly.
Yeah, it's long. It's fucking.
Well, they take a good half an hour just to build up the whole idea of the Tim Thomerson as his father and him as a rebel and the motorcycle chase. There's that whole sequence where he races a motorcycle in an airplane, which just makes no sense all around.
It just showed he can fly. He's got skills.
I get
That's all
that.
it did.
It still makes no sense all around. And then there's the whole prom sequence, which
your dad would have wanted you to go. Really? Because his dad looks like he wanted him to get his fucking ass out of there.
Now, if he didn't go to the prom, the terrorists would win. Do you want that?
No, of course not.
And the mother, she shows up in the beginning. She's there. She's talking to the son. Then they start hatching this scheme, and all of a sudden they're out all night. We're sleeping over. Everybody's out. It's like the mother's home alone, just like staring at a wall, clutching a bottle of pills, wondering where the father's service revolver is. Well, I mean, she's all alone.
She even goes as far as to say, "I've been through this already too. I didn't know your dad was alive or dead the last time this happened."
She's already going through the little black book, calling people.
Whoa!
I might be free on Friday. I don't know yet.
But I remember you. Hey, big boy.
There's a total disregard for the mother after the first 45 minutes of the film. She's not even there. Then at the end, when he's talking to Chappy, and he says, "Well, I want to go tell my mother something." So, tell you what, I'll have. What's his name? I forget the character's name.
They call him Georgie Boy.
No, it was the guy from. It was the guy when they go out
the guy
to
with
eat.
the glasses.
Slappy. Which is the guy? It's the guy with the gravelly voice from Weird Science.
Oh yeah.
Family Jewels.
The Family Jewels with the big titties.
So like, I'll have him tell your mother.
Tell the man.
On. Mr. Masters, your son's gonna die.
No. Your son's dead.
Your younger boy, I hit him in the driveway. He dead too.
She likes malacas.
I hear your husband's dead soon. You want to talk?
You know you do.
You're doing it much better than I am.
No, I'm not. I try.
The Family Jewels?
The Family Jewels. What did he talk about with the Family Jewels? Explain it to the man.
He should have been in this film more.
Oh, of course. Every time he's in a movie, you want him in it more. When he was in Action Jackson, it's like, please be in it more.
Oh, the only thing in the film, and again, the only thing in the film that's gayer than the sexual tension between Lou Gossett and Jason Gadrick
Dougie
is the 80s music.
Oh, so bad. And they even have a song by Queen, if you know.
That's like that's the manliest song. That and the song by Dio are when Queen and Dio are like the
Dio was the song at the end, right?
Actually, the least gay song in the movie is by Twisted Sister, a bunch of guys in drag. That's the least gay song in the movie. And again, Dio, like, that almost sounds like a real song. Yeah. Everything else is so hairband. When Dougie is in his plane racing the motorcycle, the one kid actually says to him, because he always plays music in his cockpit. That's his thing, right. And he says, "Man, that music's jamming," or something along those lines. And it's not. It's like this. It's this Blondie wannabe hair band from the '80s. And it's like, no, this is what you play like in Footloose before they race the tractors. What the fuck? This is something you bomb people to.
And it's in Top Gun. The music was not a real big part of the film. There was a couple of big songs in the movie, specifically during sex scenes. But other than that. That's
because they weren't playing it in the cockpit.
Right. It just, this film went that. First of all, I don't think, can you play music in the cockpit like that? I mean, with the headgear and everything, it's got to be uncomfortable.
And also, are we in the prom scene right now?
No, that's over.
Oh, I'm a little behind you.
Well, because I played the clip. I played the clip, and I kind of tried to find out where I was.
Oh, whatever. I just love the fact that. We've got two black characters, so of course we have to have a breakdancing sequence in the middle.
Yeah.
See, he's doing the robot.
The robot.
And he thinks that the music, and he likes the music that Jason plays in the plane. No good. Actually, even you want to add more to the sexual tension between Dougie and Chappy? What about the end where he gives them the mixtape?
Oh, God.
He's like, play that tape. If anything happens to me, you play.
And then it starts playing. He goes, well, looks like I didn't make it. Something bad happened.
I think the first minute of it should have been the song from Heavy Metal. Somewhere beside me.
Open arms.
Yeah, open arms.
Open arms.
Then it fades out. I'm dead now.
I'm dead. And if you're not a pussy, you'll flip this tape over and listen to the other half. And then he flips it over and he's like, well, looks like you got the guts. Or, you decided to go through with it. Because he basically tells him, well, if you want to turn around at this point because you're all alone and I'm dead, go ahead. And he's like, well, looks like you want to go through it. Go ahead. Just do as we planned and you'll be all right. It's like, really? I'm sorry. Nobody's doing what he's doing and making it out.
I think every 5 minutes he should have reminded him that it was his fault he's dead.
You notice your fault.
Of course, I wouldn't be recording this death tape if you hadn't talked me into this, so it's really your fault. It would be awesome if they released a soundtrack and one track was literally just the entire Lou Gossett mixtape.
Oh, God. I would love that. Then he plays a mixtape for his dad when he gets his dad.
Oh, yeah. This man, well, your son saved me. Of course, he killed me, too.
He killed me, too. But let's not dwell on that. Let me tell you how good a son he is. How good of a job you did raising him. How good of a pilot. I'm fucking dead. What are you going to do about it? You're alive. I'm dead. Chappy Sinclair. Chappy Sinclair.
I'm assuming I'm in heaven. Who knows? I'll send you a sign. How about that? I'll send you a sign.
I'll send you a sign. You're low on fuel.
The sequel... I think he should have remained dead, and the sequel should have been like Chappy recorded like hundreds of tapes. And so the kid starts going on like these obscure missions in like foreign countries just because the tapes tell him to. Now you're gonna take another fighter jet and you're gonna go to Detroit. Now listen to me.
You're gonna see a man named Tiny, but he's not gonna be tiny. He's gonna be big. And when you get to see that man, you're gonna ask him a question, and he's gonna give you the answer. Wait, what are you talking about, Chappy? Chappy, what are you talking about? Tim Thomerson, brown hair. It's freaking me out.
That's why you're never, even though it says Tim Thomerson at the beginning, literally, except for the times when he's actually talking, every time you see him, you're like, that's not Tim Thomerson, is it? It really doesn't. With the brown hair, it really doesn't look like him.
You know what that just happened to me with? It's a new movie coming out. Kick-Ass 2 comes out this summer. Jim Carrey is in it.
Oh, yeah.
And when you watch the trailer, and it's like, holy shit, that's Jim Carrey.
I would not have known. I would not have guessed it was him if I hadn't have read a comment that said, "Wow, Jim Carrey."
Right, and when I watched the trailer, and I'm just scratching my head, I go, "This guy kind of looks a little like Jim Carrey," but it doesn't. And then at the end of the trailer, it was showing everyone in it. And it says, "And Jim Carrey." I'm like, "Holy shit, it's fucking Jim Carrey."
Be honest, Jim Carrey is the only reason I want to see that sequel.
I really hope they don't fuck it up.
What else are you gonna do? I mean, it was perfect for what it was. Taking it to the next level is just like pointless. I mean, I'm only interested in seeing it just to see the Jim Carrey character.
Right.
Everything else. Maybe it's good. I don't know, but I'm not interested in it.
I think everyone from the original is involved with the second, including the director. I'd have to look.
It looks like it. Yeah.
I have to look that up. But when Jim Carrey in the trailer, he's telling everyone, all right, let's go out there and have fun with it. And I'm like, yeah, have fun with it. I'm like, that's a great fucking line. And I like that Jim Carrey is delivering it.
I'm actually of the mind, I like to go back and watch the Jim Carrey films that everyone, that disappeared, no one talks about anymore. And those are the ones I enjoy more now.
What, like Once Bitten?
Well, I'm thinking more like I just recently finally watched 23, the number 23.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I remember liking that.
It was decent. I enjoyed it.
It wasn't a bad film. It wasn't great or anything.
It was different than what I expected, which automatically I liked.
Right.
But I mean, like stuff like that no one talks about anymore. You watch that, so wow, this is interesting. He's like playing different characters. He's acting. There's something going on here. But everybody, I've had like at least 4 times in the past month, I've had people reference Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, which I think is highly overrated.
I've never seen it.
I believe it's highly overrated. I didn't care for it. I think it's all concept and no follow through, and it's just the director dicking around. It's like, oh, here's what I'm going to do now. It's too self conscious. It's the what's his name? I can't even remember.
Oh yeah, Kaufman.
Huh?
Kaufman?
Kaufman?
Charlie Kaufman? Are you talking about the script?
I'm talking about the director too. I'll look it up.
I don't remember who directed it.
Basically, what I'm saying is like all these films that got that people credited and liked, like the one where he's on TV.
Yeah, I was just gonna mention it. That's Truman Show.
The Truman Show. Yeah, I am talking about Kaufman, right? The Kaufman stuff I'm iffy on. He gets a lot. I think he gets a lot more credit for what it's worth on some level. I like some of his stuff, but I think a lot of it is like that Magnolia effect where he did some great shit, and so everything he does, everybody kind of like gives a little pass for.
I don't know.
Anyway,
it might be
in
good.
Iron Eagle.
In Iron Eagle. Ugh, fuck Iron Eagle. Jesus.
And
when I challenged it to you, like I said, when I challenged it to you, I was like, all right, we'll do Iron Eagle instead, because I initially did DOA. And in the back of my head, I'm like, Iron Eagle, I'm not really 100% happy with it. But then after I watched it, there's a lot of gold in this movie, like the gay undertones that you were able to find, the poor dialogue delivered by everyone.
They slapped me across the face like a big dick.
Oh
what
my!
Are you talking about? like I was looking for them. I'm watching the movies like, whoa, that was gay.
Chappy?
That was,
are you gonna be there for me, Chappy?
And I usually expect that stuff when I'm watching gay porn, not when I'm watching, Iron Eagle or a major theatrical release.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Oh my God! It just
my logic's not flawed. So, you know what I like too? they have the kangaroo court trial to sentence Tim Thomerson to death by hanging.
Oh,
so
right.
then later on they show a scene where they're building a gallows. It's like, this is the first time they've ever hung anybody in this town? We have to build a gallows to hang this man. Really? They've never hung anybody here before. This is the first. They're painting it and shit.
It's the first time ever.
There's not... It's like, why can't we use the gallows over there?
Yeah.
I guess because normally they just chop their hands off or something.
Yeah, usually when you're trying to steal an apple.
I guess the whole hanging thing was just like a reference to Ronald Reagan being in there.
To go back just a tad, Matthew Vaughn is the original director of Kick-Ass. He's producing Fantastic Four.
As I try to reel us back in the Iron Eagle.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
But we're talking about it.
Yeah, I know. Nobody wants to hear it.
Like when they come to Tim Thomerson for the confession. I need a confession from you. Yeah, bring the president down here. I'll give it to him. I'll shove it up his ass.
You should have had that in your clips.
Yeah, but that's just typical.
Yeah, I know it's not a gay scene, but when you throw it amidst all of the scenes that you have, it works.
True.
I'm not judging it. I'm not saying you didn't do a good job. You did a great job.
You're saying it sucks. I got you. I understand that.
Well, okay, fine. It sucks. Oh man, it sucks. Any good trivia for this?
The only one I can think of is the one of the stunt pilots in this film later went on to die doing stunt pilot work in Top Gun.
Oh God, really?
Yeah. So that's interesting. Which means they filmed this before Top Gun. So, which proves my point.
The film was originally intended to be released in the summer of 1986, but the release was pushed up to January to avoid competition and confusion with Top Gun.
That's
just a lie. That just means we wanted to go first.
Partial truth. I think they were planning on competing with Top Gun or releasing it next to it, but then they probably realized how shitty it was at the last minute. We just bumped this to January.
Well, you know what it is. The guys in suits at the mahogany table are like, Top Gun screened this well, huh? Got a 90 percentile? What'd we get? 31? Ooh, all right. Let's see if we can open this shit early.
No, they said, Jason who?
You know,
Who's
up
our
and coming
headline?
Jason Gedrick.
They've got Tom Cruise, and you got Jason who? and the guy from Jaws 3D. Yeah, okay.
Did he
Here's
just win an
idea.
Oscar? How the fuck did we get him? Did we win him in a bet?
That's right. Your Oscar winner is playing second fiddle to Jason fucking Gadrick. Officer and a Gentleman to this. Actually, you know what? Even Teen Wolf did this as kind of a sucky move.
Yeah.
Dude, I was in Teen Wolf. Now, I would love to track the actor down, and just ask him, what do you regret more, Teen Wolf or Iron Eagle? Gotta pick one.
Gotta pick one. Emilio Estevez was considered for the role of Doug Masters.
Yeah, I hate that shit because everybody's considered for the role when they're casting it. You know,
James Spader was considered for the role of Notcher, and James Spader's like, I was just in Pretty in Pink. I don't need to be in this. What? This part's 3 seconds long. It's like, we loved how much of a dick you were in Pretty in Pink. Will you be in our movie? No. Yeah, there really isn't a lot of good trivia in here. Everything that there is, you've already mentioned it, like the fighter pilot dying.
that's really everything. I mean, this is the kind of film. Whenever you have planes or guns in a film, if you look up any trivia on it, you just get lists of the F-16 fighter, while supposed to be the N-12, is actually an N-4 painted black. You know, shit like that. I could care less where the planes came from, or what kind they are, or what caliber the fucking gun is, or, they would never put a bomb like that on a plane like that. Yeah, great. Wonderful.
Yeah, who fucking cares?
I guess that's why it's not a fucking documentary. I love it when they bring the firecrackers into the into the air, the hangar.
The base, yeah.
That scene should end with them getting shot. Literally just ba-da-da-da-da-da. We thought they had guns. No.
Oh my god. Yeah, this film isn't on Blu-ray, is it? No, it's not. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Something else I wanted to do that I didn't get a chance to, but maybe I'll do if I have time on my hands, which is never. I wanted to take every single in the last half hour of the film, there's like multiple shots of just a close-up of the gun on the side of the plane firing. I wanted to just take every single shot of those and put them all in a row, and in between each shot, just have him screaming, Chappy!
Hey, did you notice during a lot of the flying scenes that they use miniatures? What looked to be like on a little plastic stick?
I did not notice that.
You didn't notice that? No. I mean, you don't see any of the wire work. You don't see any of the if it's on a stick or anything. But what they do is they have a backdrop of all the clouds, and then they have these aircrafts where they just kind of, it looks like it's a plane on a stick, and they just kind of wheel it into the shot, and it's just like, whoa, and then it kind of steadies itself. It's like a plane doesn't do that, first of all, and it doesn't move in that way as well.
I did notice that whenever they blew up planes, there was a lot of plywood on those planes.
Yeah,
I guess that's why they fly like that. It's a little later.
It's a lot of wood.
I think my favorite part of the film is when he drops the wall of fire. Oh, right.
Yeah.
I was actually watching it. I made Holly watch it with me, and so she's sitting there. She's half. Like, anytime I watch a challenge film and I make her watch, she's half watching. She's like playing on her phone or something. So he drops the wall of fire and he lands, and she looks up and goes, "How come they're not shooting them?" So, well, he dropped the wall of fire. Why don't they drive
impenetrable.
Around? Yeah. Why don't they drive around the wall of fire? Well, I guess it's very long. I don't
they have
know why
to get
they're
the
not driving around.
They got to get the big tank to drive through the wall of fire.
No. First they drive 2 Jeeps through.
Right.
Then they send a motorcycle with a sidecar. She looks at and goes, "Why are they sending a motorcycle through the wall of fire?" I says, "Well, because the Jeeps didn't work." Why would they put a sidecar on it? I guess they're doubling up. It's like NASA.
You never know.
Then
I mean, he just might jump over the wall of fire if someone's in the sidecar.
Right. Then he makes them send the tank through.
Yeah.
They're like, well, why didn't they send the tank before the motorcycle?
And I love it. Their dictator.
I guess he got carried away.
He goes, which ship has the most fuel, is the most stocked with firepower? And it's like, it's a blah, blah, blah. Get him down here. It's like, wait, shouldn't he be up there fighting? And then then they land. He's like, I'm going to fly this plane. And he gets in the plane and he's like, wait, this guy knows how to fly? When the fuck did this happen?
They showed him getting out of an airplane earlier, but it was a throwaway. It was to establish that.
Right.
If you were falling asleep a bit, you would have totally missed it. My favorite, but the best part of the wall of fire sequence for me is not even just the fact they sent through the motorcycles. I'm waiting next, like, all right, now send the unicyclists. Sir, we're totally exposed in the motorcycle. What the fuck? But after they run the motorcycle through, he says to the radio something along the lines of, "Send me 2 more brave men, if there are any left." And I'm waiting for the response from the other end. No, sir, just men not on fire.
I'll do it myself.
Just unflaming men, sir. No brave ones here. Fucking wall of fire. I wish I'd thought of that. And also, just before he drops the wall of fire, when they shoot the father, and that's the thing too. He tells him first. He says, "When he lands, cut him in half." Then, just as he's starting to land, shoot the prisoner. So then he doesn't land. It's like, dude, why'd you do that? He was going to land. Then you could have killed both of them. What the fuck are you doing? But then when he pulls back up and he shoots the air traffic tower.
Oh, the tower.
The general and like all these people are in the tower and they go, look, and they run, and then literally 2 seconds later he blows up the tower.
Right. They were doing a lot of that where there wasn't any casualties.
But then they show and they're all standing like safely away, and that tower exploded like it was made out of explosives. In like 7 seconds, they made it to a safety zone where he's not even singed. And I think my favorite, and I have to bring up also, speaking of that, oh shit, I just forgot again as I was saying it. Blah blah blah. Blah, blah, blah. Damn it!
I lost track because I'm watching the firecracker scene.
Drop the wall of fire. Those kids should be dead. Fuck, there was something else just like that where they got when he blows up their oil refinery.
Oh yeah.
It cuts to the general holding up binoculars looking. It's like, sir, your oil refinery's on fire. You can see it without the fucking binoculars.
Yeah, but I want to see how bad it's on fire. Listen, you don't have to do that.
100-foot flames shooting up, geysers of flames. He's got the binoculars up. I think it's on fire, sir. It's on fire.
and I love the scene before it where he's like, I hope, where he says he's gonna blow up $100 million in oil. I'm like, it's so much more money now. So what is that, about $1 billion or $2 billion worth of oil? 100 million. It's like, I think I could find 100 million somewhere.
2 months later, the gas crisis hits. So who's to blame? Dougie Masters is to blame.
Dougie Masters. You're gonna see me get mad.
Soon as those refineries went up, speculation shot through the roof. Gasoline hit $5 a gallon. And the general. What's the general's name? Minister of, is that no? It's the Minister of Defense.
You talking about the Texas guy? Like,
no, the general. The
Arab guy.
Yeah.
What's his name?
I'm trying to find his name in the credits.
Is it Evil Dictator? Is it Christopher? No, not Christopher Bradley. Oh, what the fuck's his name? Now we're both looking.
Is that the actor David Suchet? I don't think so. No, that's somebody else.
I think it's Suchet. Yeah, it's
General.
It's David Suchet.
Is it David Suchet?
Yeah.
You sure?
No. It's got to be. There's a picture of him on a cover of a box with a curled up mustache, and it looks just like him.
Okay.
If you click on his name, he's in Agatha Christie's Poirot.
Yeah, it's like a British. Oh, he played Poirot. That's where I recognize him from. Okay.
Kind of looks like the guy from Johnny Dangerously. You farking icebergs.
That would be Poirot. Yeah, Poirot. It's pronounced Poirot.
Whatever.
So it's Minister of Defense Colonel Akir Nakesh. He
Aha.
had the best villain lines ever in the film. It was like just so ham-fisted.
Mm-hmm.
The best one is when he's trying to shoot down Dougie Masters. And it says, "You're a dead man. Do you realize that?" I guess he doesn't.
I wasn't really thinking about that. Thank you for setting me straight. Are you going to try and make a man out of me?
It's creepier when you say it.
Well, hey. Oh my God!
So that's why I call you Chappy.
Yeah, that whole back y'all, that whole back and forth, and it just with him and Chappy is just he's using his kid voice. Chappy, yeah, you gonna try and make a man out of me, like my dad tried? Your dad did a good job. I don't have to do anything. What if we don't make it, Chappy?
By the way, the actor that played his little brother in the film,
Yeah.
better career than his.
Better career? Is he still working?
Yeah.
I think I just saw him in a commercial recently.
Yeah, he's been in films recently and stuff.
I think the last thing he did was commercials. But
no, he's still working.
Isn't Jason Gedrick still working too?
Well, he was recently in an episode of
he was in the whole series of Dexter.
Dexter. Yeah, he
was in nearly every episode.
It's still, I mean,
I'm not saying that, resurge his career, but I'm looking at his career. He's done everything every year. Every single year he's done something.
TV, mostly TV.
Yeah, well, TV pays pretty good.
Really?
Listen, I don't see...
Oh, he was in 3 episodes of Necessary Roughness. Wow.
I see a lot of stuff on his resume, and a lot of it might not be really any good, but he is consistently working.
A lot of guest appearances on TV shows. Oh, I was in an episode of Lie to Me. Did you see Desperate Housewives between 2007 and 2008? If you did, you might have caught me.
Well, that was the #1 show for a long time.
I don't... Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I've never...
Now, I love it. He's in a movie called The Turn. Rumored. Rumor.
By him.
The fuck is The Turn?
It's
is this like a remake of Taming of the Shrew? The Turn.
Turn of the Screw.
Turn of the Screw. That's what... I'm sorry. One night, 6 friends in their high-stake $1.5 million poker game.
I'm done. I'm out. I'm out. Done.
Every man sitting at the table needs it all. These 6 friends do whatever it takes to win and give new meaning to the term all in. Now,
I am all out.
Hold on. They're all friends, and they have a $1.5 million poker game that they all need the money for?
Where did they get why do they just pull their money together?
Well, that's the thing. They're all thrown in about $300,000 each.
Between the 6 of them, they have a $1.5 million, unless they didn't put the stakes up.
Well, how else?
And wait, hold on. Every man sitting at the poker table needs it all. You just described every poker game ever played.
Yeah. Listen, you got $250,000. You could probably do something with that. Invest it.
Each man needs it, and they're all friends. So you get to see friends turn on each other.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, "Yeah, my wife's being held hostage. The bail or the the ransom is $1.5 million. I need it." And you got another guy. Yeah, my mortgage. Yeah, I bought a house that I couldn't afford. It's $1.5 million. It's like these are gonna be sob stories no one's gonna care about. My wife's coming after me for alimony and child support. Fuck you. You got $250,000. You're okay.
Story idea by Tom Novak, who wrote 10 episodes of Heads or Tails.
Okay. Is that even an American show?
I have no idea. No, British.
So he wrote 10 episodes over what, 17 seasons?
I think it was just over 10 episodes. I think that was the run.
Jesus Christ. All right. Do we want to rate this?
Top Gun? I mean,
Iron
Iron Eagle?
on IMDb.
Yeah. Yeah, hang on a sec. Let me bring it up here. So we're looking at 5 stars, really?
Yeah, it's average, considered to be average.
Hang on, I want to see what the scale is here.
Oh, good idea.
Highest 5 is the high. It peaks in the middle. It's just the opposite of a cult status. It doesn't have that cult curve to
right.
it.
6s and 5s.
Highest rating, females under 18, but that's with 1 rating it. So if you ignore that, the next highest rating is from IMDb staff, of which 1 rated it. Okay, ignoring that, highest rated females aged 45 and older at 5.9 average.
Okay.
So they got their demographic. They're and now are they rating it for Gadrick or for the Gotsit?
I'm going with the Gedrick.
Yeah, probably.
Going with the Gedrick.
So what do you want to vote?
For nostalgic reasons, I'd almost be okay with leaving it at a 5, but I think 4 is more appropriate. But 4 would denote that it's not a good film, but it's not a horrible film.
I'm actually fine with 5. I'll be honest.
Fine with a 5?
It's not a good film, but it served its purpose, and it's got a Dio song in there, so that gives it 1 star alone.
Okay. All right. 5 it is.
Yeah. Helix. I was looking at all the credit for the music at the end. Helix is in here. It's like the quintessential 80s band name.
Helix.
Helix. If you heard if you never heard of the band ever, and someone said the band Helix, immediately you'd say 80s hair band. or then you'd say
who?
Who? But I would go 5 stars. Also, there's a Twisted Sister song in it. Give it 5.
I didn't realize we were giving stars for songs, but okay.
Well, you know what? I refuse to rate Lou Gossett anything lower than a 5.
Really?
I'm sorry. I have
You have
maybe
standards?
Iron Eagle 4. Maybe Iron Eagle 4.
Ooh. Iron Eagle 4. They made 4 of these things. That's right.
Now, in all fairness, I think 3 and 4 were direct to video.
Were they? Was Gedrick in all 4?
No, Lou Gossett was in all 4.
Gedrick, when did he say, no, I'm sorry?
I don't know. Maybe after Rooftop.
At what point was it too good for Jason Gedrick?
I'm not sure. I didn't check. I'll take a look right now if you want.
Let's see.
Oh.
He
was on an episode of Ally McBeal. 2 episodes. There you go.
Iron Eagle 2.
I take it back.
He stopped at Iron Eagle 2.
So did everybody else. I don't even see Iron Eagle 2. What year was that?
89.
Yeah.
No, 88. 88.
88?
Well, look at this. Iron Eagle 2, it says Doug Masters, uncredited. Does that mean he had a small part in it, and it was just all Lou Gossett? Did he say... Did he just throw him a bone and say he'd be in it just a short time?
Maybe he just appears like in a back clip.
Oh,
here's the plot. Chappy Sinclair is called to gather together a mixed Soviet-U.S. strike force that will perform a surgical strike on a massively defended nuclear missile site in the Middle East. Chappy finds that getting the Soviet and U.S. pilots to cooperate is only the most minor of his problems as he discovers someone in the Pentagon is sabotaging his mission. As they begin their assault, Chappy finds that the nuclear strike has been... It's all Chappy.
Yep.
Yeah, he's not... He probably walks on and says hi or something.
Wow. And it's the same director and everything. You would think they would... You know what I bet?
He's not...
I bet that Jason Gedrick was making Rooftops at the time. And he couldn't do it. Because, yeah, man, I'm doing Rooftops. I can't do this.
If you look at the cast, again, the fact that he's uncredited says a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. 5 stars.
He's like, I can't be in the movie. He already made me a man.
5 stars.
5? Okay.
5.
All right, everybody. Episode 108, Moviesucktastic Iron Eagle. Is
Luke got it.
Luke got it. It's what we reviewed.
Luke got it.
You can go to our Facebook page and like us. Definitely do that. We post everything from trailers to movie news to just about anything you can think of that's cool and funny that has anything to do with the movie or entertainment industry. You can go to our website at moviesucktastic.com and you can download all of our podcasts there, or you can listen to the show right there using the live stream app that we have. You can also leave us. What's up?
Have you put the Tumblr link on our website yet?
No, I haven't.
We have a Tumblr.
We have a Tumblr. We tumble.
Yes.
I have not put the Tumblr up yet, but Scott has put up our new voicemail at 908-514-4470. You can call and leave us voicemail at that number, and we will play what you say on the show. You can email us at themovieguys@moviesucktastic.com. You can also go to iTunes and listen to all of our shows there, or you can leave us reviews and comments. We love those, so please do that. And I think that's it.
And I think the Tumblr is Moviesucktastic.
It's tumblr.com/Moviesucktastic?
/Moviesucktastic, yeah.
Okay. Very nice. Okay, everybody. We'll talk to you next week.
And just remember, Luke got it.
Oh, yeah.